expect. I'm just ready to play. I'm going to be playing all day, so yeah, I just can't wait for it to drop.
There's so many players that look up to NBA 2K League pros, look up to the competitive scene. What advice would you give to upcoming players that are maybe interested in competing or trying to join the 2K League?
What I tell everybody that messages me or if they hit me up, I just tell them just to.
With the thought of getting a victory on the road, the Timberwolves can't.
Kevin, good evening.
Knows it very well, D.A. Thank you so much. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. Now, here is Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Here's Conley after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Ingles passes to Conley, and they pick up 2.
I'll tell you, Joe Ingles is proving that as a passer, he is a special player.
Pass to Hernangomez. Dishes it to Towns. Out to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Beasley, the pass to Okogie. Off target with his 3. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
Mitchell hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
We're talking 6'3", 215 pounds, so that is a big-sized guard. He can operate on the interior.
Now, here is Russell. Towns, high post. The pass to Okogie. It's Beasley on the wing. Ingles covering. It's stolen by Gobert. The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Beasley, the pass to Okogie. Out to the right wing. Bogdanovich against Towns. Just 4 to shoot. No one covering.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. They trail by 1. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Gobert trying to get open. Conley's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Okogie. Rebounded by the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range, making great use of what the defense is giving him.
High post, Hernangomez. Gobert on him. Mitchell left side. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And Davis sends it back. Here's Mitchell. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, the balance, the ability to take contact, absorb it, and still finish. That is beautifully done by Donovan Mitchell.
1:14 left to play in the first. On the wing, Johnson. Passes it to Reed. Over in the corner. It's stolen by Davis. And now Utah, fast break. Clarkson's running, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Here's Mitchell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 8. To halt the run. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points in the game. Pass to Clarkson. No good on the shot. Good D by Johnson. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Shots good by Noel.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Gobert the pass to Davis. Oh, and here comes Culver all alone. And then Culver with the dunk.
Well, that right there is playing to Jarrett Culver's strength. He's an excellent scorer on the move. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Johnson for 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently...
Everybody had their expectations of what we...
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson. And it's Noel in at the 2-guard position. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. The Jazz making a switch here. Bogdanovic is checked in. Russell, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Johnson, a wide-open look. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Jazz trail by 3. Now here's Moutier. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Ingles dishes to Moutier. Fires from deep. Another miss by Utah.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And Doris, the offense is there for Towns. That's obvious. But how does he improve defensively?
Well, you make a great point. Number one, he's always carried such a heavy burden offensively. Remember, this is a big guy, actually size 20 feet. So quickness laterally has always been an issue. For me, it's about one thing. Know your personnel and play smart angles, and that should help immensely. So you've got to chase Joe Ingles off that three-point line because he is lethal.
Here's Russell. Towns trying to get open. Russell, no luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
That's good from Moutier on the assist from Conley.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Yep, that one goes.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Moutier kicks to Davis. Nice ball movement by Utah. Moutier against Russell. Misses in close.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Towns, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Goes back up. Towns with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
He lobs it up. Moutier, no good.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And the basket by Okogie. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 6. At the top of the key, Towns. Pass to Okogie. Beasley outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Towns. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Bogdanovich finds Ingles. Back to Bogdanovich. There's the pass to Davis. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got it all tied up now for Utah.
Well, Bogdanovich looking so comfortable close to the rim. Just extends past the defense beautifully.
Kicks it out to Beasley. Russell with a wide open look. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Bogdanovich. Feeds to Davis. Passes it to Ingles. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination affecting the game defensively.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Bogdanovich wide open. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They're in better shape now than they were.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you could preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
Boy, how about the anticipation from Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
Chalk up 2 there. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the 2 of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. O'Neal passes to Conley. Mitchell right side. Gobert down low. Shoots over Towns. Conley. It's good on the putback.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. James Johnson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. Johnson for three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Indoors, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot block. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion.
Now here's Gobert. Clarkson on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Culver with the steal. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates, and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell. Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 13.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Russell's checked in. Here's Layman, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Layman's got his 2nd basket of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And there's the call on Jake Layman. That's foul number 2 for him. Russell against Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert. Good work there as it goes. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Culver kicks to Layman. Timberwolves passing it around. Reed. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A guy who can be a little inconsistent game to game. Clarkson can be extremely consistent year to year.
Right. You consider him as a rookie. Many of the numbers then are similar to what they are now. But the one thing that has improved is the consistency of the three-point shooting. He's worked so hard on it, and that's where the consistency has started to take root.
Here's Layman. He's got 5. Johnson from outside. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference. Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
It's Russell with the drive. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Gobert, and the rejection by Towns. Outside, Russell. He feeds it to Johnson. Easily outside. We've got 33 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Conley into the lane. On the wing, Engel. Pass to Gobert. Out to Conley. Makes it off the glass. Conley's got 6.
Hey, this guy is competitive. He's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Conley finds Ingles, and the basket is good. Ingles has got 4 points in the quarter.
This is where Joe Ingles is gifted at realizing when he should go up with it. Really good timing on that shot.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Utah out in front as they end the third quarter on a 20-7 run. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Beasley outside. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Gobert. Clarkson with the ball. Beasley covering. The wide open look here for Ingles. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 9. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
And Utah making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. They get it again. Okogie. Beasley with a clean look. Goes up again. Towns kicks to Beasley. Here's the 3. They get the rebound. Tries it from 9. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's Clarkson. No good. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Clarkson. Conley finds Gobert and slam dunk by Gobert.
Not sure Rudy Gobert left the floor to finish that dunk, but boy, what power.
Pass to Okogie. Hernan Gomez in the corner. Towns, the pass to Okogie. To the paint, here's Beasley. Gobert with the block. Mitchell left side. The pass to Bogdanovich. Count it. And now it's a 10-point Jazz lead.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
For 3, Okogie. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. The feed now to Towns. That shot off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. The drive by Mitchell. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists now in this one. To the inside. Great communication on the alley-oop.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Up top, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And the rejection by Towns. Oh, Russell in position. Stolen by Conley. Mitchell against Beasley. Fades. Gobert can't hit.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Beasley finishing it off. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Mitchell passes to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Takes a three. He can't get it to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Inside, and Towns throws it down.
Unbelievable. That's the big cat. So fluid at the center position.
Jazz leading by 8. Bogdanovich dishes to Conley. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And here's Gobert. Passes to Mitchell. Over Evans. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Evans attacking. Drops in the layup for 2.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock. And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Spellman with the bucket.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Mitchell in the corner. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Johnson.
We know this about Donovan Mitchell. This guy shows no fear even inside. Draws the foul there.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And so it's Minnesota with it. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the inside. Up again.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
just tell them just to perfect your craft. Like, I know it's a video game. At the end of the day, there's not too much you can do, but like you can get your shot down packed to where like you hit your shot every single time you're open. You can practice dribbling, do all the little things, and don't be afraid. I know like sometimes in the community people don't like to give credit. They don't like to say they learned something from other people, but I never played power forward a day in my life. So.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. DA.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much.
They're such a great reflection of their coach. Thanks, DA. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And Towns throws it down.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor. And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Adams' shot is good.
Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
Now, here is Russell. Defense right on him. Timberwolves passing it around. Towns. That shot is off. Adams, some nice D. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You combine a lot of things with Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got speed and length and growing in terms of his basketball IQ.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Paul. Out to Gallinari. Jacks up a 3. It doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Here's a Kogi. Dort grabs the miss. The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Down low. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Russell gets it to go.
Good penetration for D'Lo right there. Real nimble on the inside. Finds an angle.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's Beasley. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And the agility on Beasley's drive, really tough for the defense to deal with.
Gallinari attacking. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
It's stolen by Adams. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one doesn't go. Excellent D there from Beasley. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. For the Thunder, Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Good.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
To the paint, here's Noel, and Noel throws it down.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
And remember, in the early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. The Timberwolves trail.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
Here's Schroeder. Crafty move. Goes back up, and it's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
And Noel throws it down hard.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And it goes down 2 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The drive by Schroeder. Johnson with the block.
Well, if you can use that athleticism on offense, why not try it on defense? James Johnson putting his 7'1" wingspan to great use.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He hits the second from the line. Here's Schroeder. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That one falls.
Nice Ferguson looking confident to get in there and knock one down.
6 seconds left in the first. It's tipped and stolen by Diallo. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Thunder lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings,
one thing we have to do is stop comparing us.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Minnesota, James Johnson is out there with Lehman. Then it's Culver, and it's Noel in a shooting guard. Noel passes to Hernan Gomez. Down low, and stolen by Noel. Here's Diallo. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. Timberwolves trail by 7. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in. The Thunder leading by 7.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
There's the lob to Towns. The shot, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Here's Dort, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. To the inside, it's deflected and stolen by Noel. And Gilgeous Alexander, here we go. Dort got a piece of it. Here's Towns. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Towns has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the floor in the 2nd quarter, 3 of 6. Pass to Noel to the right side. Outside for Gilgeous Alexander. Shoots it. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. A couple years ago, after making All-Rookie 2nd team, we knew Gilgeous Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
And there's the call on Jake Layman. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Russell, he's checked in for Minnesota. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Muscala, and the rejection by Towns. From 6 feet, it's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Beasley.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
And now Minnesota on the fast break, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And there's the call on Jake Layman. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Out to Gallinari. Back to Adams. Passes it to Ferguson. And here is Gilgeous Alexander. Back to Schroeder. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Just 3 to shoot. There's Gallinari with the 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the 2nd chance points. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a 2nd chance deuce.
And Gilgeous Alexander, here we go.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And proving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
Schroeder. Johnson with the block. Schroeder, right side. Back to Adams. It's stolen by Johnson. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Diallo, he's checked in for Gilgeous Alexander.
I don't think there's any question about the talent level that D'Angelo Russell has. Now it's about planting his seeds so that the roots grow with an organization.
And that one, good. Adams has got 4 this quarter.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Noel. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
The Thunder leading by 3. Gallinari attacking. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the basket by Okogie.
And the all-around game of Towns can score it, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position.
So that'll be it for the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Steven Adams.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
So they take the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Gallinari. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Culver's checked in for Josh Okogie. Free throw good, Russell.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
Poked away. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And Towns throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed's checked in, and it's Johnson in for Juan Hernangomez.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Noel kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams' shot is off.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And Russell gets it to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession. And the Thunder with some changes. Muscala comes in for Steven Adams. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Noel's checked in. Culver with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. The Timberwolves have not shot all that well from the free throw line. 6 of 11. So he gets them both. Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder.
Terrence Ferguson.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Culver passes to Reed. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And there's the pass to Schroeder. Banked in off the glass. Schroeder's got his first points of the game.
Trying to get more confident shooting from the interior. Schroeder wants to keep adding some elements to the offensive end of his game.
Noel passes to Johnson. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Over in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Culver. Johnson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
And you like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Noel passes to Reed. Johnson wide open. He fires from outside off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Noel. Finished off the break. Noel's got 4 points in the quarter.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Ferguson, the pass to Muscala. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Johnson, good. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Diallo's got 9 points.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Culver passes to Reed. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line. And he makes the first.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
So both teams changing it up here. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Russell, he's checked in for Minnesota. Left side, Adams. Out to Gallinari. Shooter passes to Adams. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. They get a hand on it. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Gallinari. Inside, Adams. Second chance shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Just another example of why Danilo Gallinari is so difficult to guard. Very skilled at getting himself to the stripe.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Timberwolves leading by 6. On the court for Minnesota, Beasley is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. Here's Towns. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Towns has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota. Thunder shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And it's Gallinari missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Russell kicks to Towns, and that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Adams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's a Kogi. The kick out to Towns. Beasley with a clean look, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Adams dishes to Gallinari, and the layup's good off the glass.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
Russell finds Towns. Here's a Kogi. Back to Towns. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Timberwolves leading by 6. To the left wing. Outside Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. And Gilgeous-Alexander. Here we go. A second chance effort. And it's Gallinari missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. It's tipped. Minnesota again turning it over.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
And the Thunder making a change here. Noel's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there. Would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The first one falls. Gallinari hits them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
And Towns throws it down.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Here's Dort, by Beasley. And pushing it up again is Minnesota, again in transition, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Now rising up with ease right there, James Johnson, up and throwing down.
To the middle, here's Noel. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Towns with the steal. Right side, Russell. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Paul, and the shot goes in. Paul's got his first basket.
And Paul takes pride in scoring past the defense. He's used to getting roughed up a little bit. Sometimes he causes most of that, though. True grit from the little man.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Baseline jumper. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Paul.
Chris Paul has drained plenty of huge shots in his career. Easy to see why he's so revered.
Pass to Towns. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Here's Okogie. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And the basket by Okogie.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
To the inside, Noel, and Noel throws it down.
It's just a master class when Chris Paul has the ball. Great at orchestrating the offense, and right there finding his teammate.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Russell passes to Okogie. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Over to the wing. Kogi inside the three-point line. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
So when people were saying, oh, Zay is the best power forward in the league right now, or legit, or any of the other like top power forwards in the league, I was watching them. I was watching their games to learn what they were doing, where they were sitting on defense, where the sweet spot is on defense to play the drop and to play the corner and stuff like that. Like, you can always learn from other people.
100% agree with that, Deanie. But when people come to me, I'll come a different.
And now introducing the Phoenix Suns.
And hello again, and his thing.
Well, Kevin.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Russell, also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle.
Excellent footwork there. Booker, so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Down low, shot clock at 6. And it's Ayton missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
That's exactly the kind of explosive move the team wants to see more from a Kobe. He's got all the tools for sure.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Hernan Gomez. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Ayton. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Oubre on the wing. Back to Rubio. Booker finds Ayton. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Booker the pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Towns with the steal. To the paint. No good from Beasley.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
I'll tell you what, it should absolutely be illegal for a 7-footer to be able to leave the ground that fast, but Towns has made it legal. Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5. And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
Johnson dishes to Oubre. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. There's the lob to Towns.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
The feed to Rubio. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Sharks checked in for Johnson. Johnson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. And Towns throws it down.
And, you know, it's quite remarkable when you look at his development. A perimeter player now in high school. Towns embraced more of an inside role his 1 year in college, and now showing you the full range of his game.
Here's Beasley. Russell kicks to Layman. Inside, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now, here's Ayton. For three, Booker. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Ayton. Oubre outside. Rubio outside. Pass to Booker. Launches it. Back to Rubio. Feeds it to Ayton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Noel's checked in, and Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Minnesota leading by 4. Noel passes to Layman. It's stolen by Sharks. Down low. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Now here's Culver. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Passes it to Carter. To the middle. Tries again. And it's Ayton missing. Here's Noel. Defended by Carter. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Nice heads-up play that time from Culver. Excellent awareness.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, going.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
The talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Suns, Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. Then it's Bridges. And it's Jerome in at the point. Layman kicks to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Here's Reed. No good there. Now the Suns take it the other way. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Okogie comes in for Jake Layman. Stolen by Carter. Pass to Jerome. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Kaminsky, and Phoenix with another turnover here. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Timberwolves leading by 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Okogie. Second shot opportunity. Out left to the wing. The wide open shot from Hernangomez. No good on the 3. Now here is Carter. He's tightly guarded. Can't cash in from close range. The Timberwolves have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. To the wing right side. Stolen by Carter. To the paint. Here's Jerome. Reed with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Takes the three. Good on the three-point shot. Now it's just a three-point Timberwolves lead.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell's running. Rubio with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Oubre can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 5.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up. Always active with his hands around the ball.
Booker with no one around, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And what a baller Booker is, capable of torching you from any spot on the floor.
It's tipped. Fast break, here come the Suns. Rubio's got the ball. They grabbed their own miss. The Timberwolves have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Rubio outside. Oubre passes to Kaminsky. Comes up empty down low. Minnesota in the lead. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. No good from Hernan Gomez.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
For 3, Booker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Kicks it out to Beasley. 1 second left. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well,
thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist in the game. Down low, here's Oubre. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And that one's good. Russell's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
James Johnson's checked in for Juan Hernan Gomez. The Timberwolves shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Russell passes to Okogie. Back to Russell. Now the pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
The free throw drops for Towns. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. It's deflected. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Layman. And here's Culver. There's the lob to Towns. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
You know, defensively, you have to try something different. I mean, Towns has been lighting you up all night.
No good that time. Some solid defense from Ayton.
And coming into the 2019 draft, Jarrett Culver seen as a prospect with a high floor, but perhaps a limited upside. Clark, do you see that?
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I think it's one way to look at it. I kind of look at it this way. You have to keep raising your basement so that your low is higher as you go through. And I do think he's got a pretty good upside. Most of it is going to depend on how he develops as a perimeter shooter.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Bridges finds Ayton. And now Minnesota on the fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Inside. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
That shot off the mark. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And Baines kicks to Šarić. Back to Baines. Shot clock at 5. Johnson, the pass to Baines. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one. Bridges against Towns. And he banks in the layup. Towns has got 13 points in just this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Phoenix making some changes. Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Devin Booker comes in for Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Timberwolves also changing it up. Juan Hernan Gomez, he's checked in for Towns. Okogie comes in for Jake Layman. And it's Beasley in for Culver.
And how about the energy on the take from Booker? The defense looking helpless to stop him.
Out to the right wing. Beasley kicks to Russell. Passes it to Okogie. Russell inside. Baines is there. And that'll be 2. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
As young as Malik Beasley is, it's really been impressive to see how quickly he's adapted to the pro game. For some guys, it's a struggle, but I think he found his footing fairly easy.
Oubre passes to Booker. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. A nice shot by Booker.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Russell kicks to Beasley. Back to Russell. It'll count. Off target with that shot. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A terrific quarter for him. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Aaron Baines out there with Kaminsky. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
The Timberwolves another fast break chance here. And he drops it in from the low post. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
DeAndre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. And Baines kicks to Oubre, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. A nice shot by Booker.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Pass to Towns, and stolen by Diallo. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And the pass to Booker over Evans. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Spellman. Yes, that goes in. Spellman's got his first bucket in this one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Diallo. Spellman with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Takes the 13-footer. And Minnesota has possession. Towns, the pass to Spellman. Here's Vanderbilt. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Spellman. Kicks it out to Evans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Towns has got 15 points in just the second half. On the wing, Booker. Diallo finds Booker. Diallo with it, covered by Evans. Now Booker, 11 feet away. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And because of that high basketball IQ he possesses, Booker takes great shots, and he knows the value of the mid-range game.
1:44 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Vanderbilt, defended by Booker. Here's Noel. Lays it up and banks it in.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
For Phoenix, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
For 3, Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's Noel. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Spellman. Pass to Evans. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Outside, Towns. Here's Spellman. Dishes it to Towns. To the inside. Offline.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking.
different angle with this. I say work on your guard skills. Now, look at the NBA nowadays. Everybody who plays can make reads. Everybody can dribble, really. Everybody can make a read. So if you're like a 7'2" center, when you get the rebound, somebody's going to drop because they're coming to rebound. Make that read, and that'll take you to the next step.
I definitely agree with that, Brendan. But for me, I just say, like, perfect your craft. You know, don't let no one stop you from it.
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue. We are near.
Hey, Kevin, we have seen D'Angelo Russell's.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Ingles in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, Beasley is out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. Now, here is Russell. The pass to Hernan Gomez. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Okogie misses. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Bucket is good.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Misread each other on the pass. Tried to recover, but too late.
Conley surveying the D. The second effort. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Another shot. And it's Russell with the rebound.
It could be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Beasley. Pass to Towns. Now Hernan Gomez. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Back to Ingles. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Minnesota with the rebound.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one. I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
And it's Russell missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Timberwolves leading by 6. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Johnson's checked in, and Utah with a change here, too. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Mike Conley. Ingles passes to Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
Has a great combination of height and body frame. Bogdanovich can keep up with the defenders physically.
Towns against Gobert. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
And how about the athleticism from Towns there? Skying up with ease to power through on that alley-oop.
Back to Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. Russell against Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. Offline with his 3.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
O'Neal misses.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And for Donovan, the 3 really sets up everything else. When he's hitting it, defenses can't just pack it in the lane.
Russell passes to Johnson. It's stolen by Gobert. In transition, here come the Jazz. With the tip, it's rebounded by Towns. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves lead by 11. And we'll be back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
They've got Lehman. He's out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Culver in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Utah called for the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David. And the Jazz making a change here. Conley's checked in.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line. Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Noel. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Right block shot. Bank shot. No good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And Davis can't get it to go. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Towns. To the left side wing. Hernangomez against Gobert. Here's Reed, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Reed's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. Out to the wing. Gobert finds Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Timberwolves leading by 14. Always going up for the alley-oop here. The shot by Lehman, no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. Here's Clarkson. And that one is hammered home.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
Now here's Moutier following the shot by Davis. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Moutier. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Davis. And here they come. Here's Conley. The shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Johnson, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Utah also making a switch. Bogdanovich is checked in.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Over to the left wing. For the three. Noel, no good. Jazz trail by 15. Up the floor. Davis finds Moutier. Outside Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Clarkson. From down in the low post, it goes. Clarkson's got 6 in the quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson, the pass to Reed, knocked away. Inside, here's Moutier. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, here's Culver. Here's Noel. Hernan Gomez, that's a two-pointer. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They lead by 11. How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota? And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the 1 spot. And here's Ingles outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And here's the fast break. Howard it down with both hands.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Conley, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
Okogie for three. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Out to Russell. Beasley against Bogdanovich. Stolen by Michael Conley. Mitchell wide open. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
I mean, not only does Bogdanovich stretch the floor, but he can really stretch it from beyond 30 feet.
Greg, he is blessed with incredible range and a quick trigger, might I add. You have to stay connected to Bogdanovich defensively because he can go on scoring tears where there's just no stopping him.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 13. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Okogie. And he converts the layup. Okogie's got 8 points.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now, here's Mitchell. Dishes to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Here's Beasley. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Jake Layman's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Utah with a change here, too. O'Neal's checked in for Mike Conley. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Russell. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Bogdanovich passes to Gobert.
You see what that little pump fake does? It gives the defender something to think about the next time he goes to challenge Gobert's shot.
Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. The Jazz again can't hit it. Minnesota leading by 13. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's Russell missing. The Jazz have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Here's Bogdanovich and contact on the shot. So he'll, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, a pretty consistent scorer throughout the course of his career. Bogdanovich, he was just born to get buckets.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And Mitchell is right there. Mitchell's got it back down to single digits for the Jazz.
This is what impressed scouts with Mitchell. 6'10" wingspan for a player who is 6'3". That's going to get you some rebounds.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Nice presence inside. Johnson with a variety of moves and extremely good footwork makes him a difficult matchup.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Layman in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Good job by Mitchell trusting his teammates. And in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Already one of the league's more creative assist men. Russell making people around him better.
Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 9 on the basket for Mitchell. Outside, Russell. Beasley inside. He's covered by Clarkson.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Russell kicks to Layman. Beasley with a clean look. And the 3 off target. Jazz trail by 11. Mitchell outside. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal, and it's Mike Conley in for Clarkson. Now, here's Mitchell. Oh, the lob to Gobert. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Great execution, big target, perfect delivery. That's a tall task to defend Rudy Gobert.
Russell. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Conley with it. Mitchell in the corner from the arc. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Minnesota leading by 8. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Passes it to Okogie. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. Here's Mitchell. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
I like that by Donovan Mitchell. Sacrifices his body and takes the hit. That's good offense.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his 1st foul. So it's Minnesota now. Now Russell. The pass to Okogie. Pass to Towns. And stolen by Bogdanovich.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession. Donovan Mitchell's ready, and he knocked down one of the bigger shots of his game.
So it's Minnesota now. 4-point game. Count that bucket. Beasley's got 4 this quarter.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
To the paint. Conley finds Gobert. Ingles with the ball. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Hard to rattle. Ingles took the hard road to the NBA. Has the mental toughness to make big shots.
Now, here is Russell. Beasley outside. To the middle. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I really like Donovan Mitchell's composure out there, leading this team by example.
And it's tied up with that one.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Russell passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Now, here's Mitchell. Gobert. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Gobert's got the game tied up here for the Jazz. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 8 to the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And it's Towns penetrating, and the dunk by Towns.
Unreal. Big Cat, one of the game's great scorers, also deadly in the clutch.
He gets that one.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
One-on-one fast break to take the lead. And it's Mitchell missing. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front. Oh, my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how the error will ultimately play out.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
It's Beasley on the wing. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Bogdanovich against Hernan Gomez. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Mitchell outside. Right side, Conley. Back to Mitchell. To take the lead. Gets the game winner to fall. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and
doing what you want to do, not even yourself, and keep grinding, and you should get what you want.
Awesome. Great advice. Well, thank you all for joining us on 2K TV. Congratulations to a wonderful season, and I hope to see you guys defending the title next year.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you.
Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis. And before we get going,
hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, DA. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And for Minnesota, you've got Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Towns in at the 5. Okogie for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the Thunder going the other way now. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernangomez. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Beasley with the steal.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
They get it back. Towns is doubled. Passes it to Okogie. Back to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, there's a willingness to mix it up on the glass, and that's a big plus for Karl Anthony Towns.
Out left to the wing. Here's Dort. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. Timberwolves on defense. Adams, the bounce pass. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Feeds it to Adams. It's stolen by Hernangomez.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Hernangomez. Here's Beasley. The kick out to Towns. Now here's Beasley. He's guarded close. That one goes. Count it.
Well, that's how you bring out the best in your teammates. Towns is a prolific scorer, but guess what? He'll find you if you're open.
And Doris, Malik Beasley, no stranger to the entertainment business. His parents and his grandfather are all accomplished actors.
Yes, but his father also played basketball professionally. Malik with so much talent. Now he's looking for his role to grow, and he's got the kind of heart and toughness to go make it happen.
Now, here is Hernangomez. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Ferguson's checked in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. Searching for their first points of the game. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Paul surveying the floor. Trying to end the drought. Down low. Left side Adams. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got 8 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's the lob to Towns. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, oops, the alley. A gorgeous delivery to Towns.
Thunder trailing by 16. Pass to Ferguson. Here's Adams. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies. in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in
and
both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Beasley. Gilgeous Alexander.
How fast off his feet is Gilgeous Alexander. What a dunk.
Outside, Russell. Left side, Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Layman pass to Towns. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 8.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Gilgeous Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Pass to Ferguson. To the inside. To the left wing. Gallinari outside. That shot no good. Towns with the defensive effort.
With his length and athleticism and basketball smarts, how about the contest by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but...
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, Nerlens Noel is out there with Mike Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Dort in at the 3 side.
And Doris, no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns has taken a much bigger leadership role on this Minnesota team.
No doubt, Greg. Once the departure of Jimmy Butler was secured, then the leadership role squarely falls on the shoulders of Karl Anthony Towns. Now, his style is totally different. He wants to be a bit more encouraging, but there's no question. He's the best player. He's got to lead the charge. How about Noel knowing how to throw it down? Fantastic finishing these drives.
To the paint, and slam dunk by Noel.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And the dunk by Towns.
Really solid read from Jarrett Culver right there. This is a team-first guy who enjoys passing.
Back to Noel. Towns with the steal. Here's Noel. He's guarded by Diallo. And that's going to be a travel. Juan Hernan Gomez, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Thunder trailing by 18. Inside, Muscala dishes to Schroeder. Back to Muscala. The pass to Dort. He's looking for Muscala and finds him. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Now the Thunder making a switch here. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Passes it to Noel. To the left side wing. Layman pass to Reed. Not going to go that time. Adams, some nice D. Diallo inside. Hernan Gomez on him.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Offensive rebound. Muscala. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Pass to Noel to the right side. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Culver. Misses the three. Diallo inside. Hernan Gomez covering.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
It's stolen by Adams. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Paul with the ball. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
To the middle, the putback.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
Here's Lehman. Adams, some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And the Thunder with some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Muscala. And Terrence Ferguson subbed in for Chris Paul. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the game. That one misses for Schroeder.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
And there it is for him. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. Then for the Thunder, Nerlens Noel comes in for Adams. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Thunder trailing by 5. Diallo with it. He's picked up by Russell. Diallo the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Noel. That shot off. Some solid defense from Johnson. Here's Okogie. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. Okogie's got 10.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And Noel kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. Here's Ferguson. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've got a big... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. He didn't... And that's a wrap.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Russell is out there with Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Gallinari attacking. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Adams. Ball's knocked loose. There's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball left side. Fires the three. Rebound, Minnesota. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Throws it up high and finished off by Hernan Gomez. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And the basket by Okogie.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
In the summer of 2018, Karl Anthony Towns signing that 5-year, $158 million max contract.
Greg, given that he has a reputation of being frugal, that may last him a while. Consider after he was drafted, for a while, he didn't own a car. He actually walked around Minneapolis. Now, that could be a little cold in those chilly winter months.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Gallinari. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Nerlens Noel comes in for Steven Adams. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. An even 3-on-3 break. Noel passes to Reed. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Fast break, Minnesota. It's a hand on it. Johnson, great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
With repetition, you can see the court awareness of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander developing. This guy is going to be a problem as a passer.
Ferguson, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good work defensively by Johnson. Minnesota leading by 13. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Reed. And it's Noel with the rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Oklahoma City moving it around. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Noel's got 8 points.
Well, 6'11" Nerlens Noel, so efficient down deep, working his magic thanks to that great size.
.144 left to play in the third. It's stolen by Muscala. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs.
Well, just a great read by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, getting in transition, making it easy.
Over to the wing for 3, Okogie. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Offensive rebound. And that one drops. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
And the rejection by Noel.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And to me, the ceiling that D'Angelo Russell has is really high. This guy is dynamic. He's confident. He can score it. And he's just going to continue to want to prove himself.
Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. And then for Oklahoma City, Gallinari, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. It's Russell with the drive. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Towns, he's checked in for Johnson. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Adams checked in. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Here's Okogie. He's got 12. Beasley with a clean look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And Adams kicks to Ferguson. Basket counts. Ferguson's got 6 here in this quarter.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing up. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Timberwolves leading by 7, and Oklahoma City looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Diallo out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the small forward position. Diallo the pass to Gallinari. Towns with it, now guarded by Gallinari. There's the lob to the hoop.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points. And Doris, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
Greg, you're talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Chris Paul is such a natural facilitator. His ability to read angles and deliver the ball on time and on target is special.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. From 10 feet out. And it's Gallinari missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
There's the lob to Towns. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And guys, when everything is working for Karl Anthony Towns, he can put up absolutely staggering numbers. What a performance here.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Adams.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. This one for 3. Dort grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky
He was off.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. The dish to Paul. Adams trying to free himself up. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Paul. So the wing on the left. Here's Okogie. Out to Russell. There's the 3. Beasley right side. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Right wing. Here's Dort. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
James Johnson's checked in for Juan Hernan Gomez. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Russell dishes to Johnson. And the shot goes in. And the Timberwolves lead by 11. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Down low. Beasley with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Noel with it. He's picked up by Russell. And it's Noel missing. Timberwolves leading by 9. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Johnson can't hit.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
All against Russell. Towns high post. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Paul for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
That's a statement from Chris Paul. He understands game is in the balance. It's my time.
Towns finds Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Knocks it loose. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dort. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Minnesota with it. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Offensive rebound. Towns kicks to Beasley. Johnson outside. And it's Beasley in the corner. A second chance effort. Off the left rim and out. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor.
it's Brian again, and I'm here to break down everything that's going on in my team. Right now, the NBA Finals packs are in full swing, and it's time to pick up some heavyweight cards. This is your chance to snag a Diamond Magic Johnson or LeBron James.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get so the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. And for Minnesota, Beasley is out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. Now, here is Russell. Towns, high post. And Towns throws it down.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Ayton, and Ayton stays with it.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Right side Towns. Here's Okogie, defended by Booker. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Phoenix to the paint. Here's Beasley, and the layup falls.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. It's blocked. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's Booker. Minnesota with the rebound.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And yes, it's good.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
The Suns have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Stolen. And now Minnesota on the fast break, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And you can see Beasley's athleticism as he's out in the open court getting it done.
Passes to Rubio. Shot to stop the run, and Booker with the layup.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy. And Ricky Rubio last season signing a 3-year, $51 million deal with the Suns to take over the reins at point guard.
Well, you think it's been a bit of a rudderless team since Steve Nash's departure. You have a 2-guard that's one of the best scorers in the league. What better way than to bring in a veteran who loves to play both ends of the court, is unselfish, and shows you what it's like to be a pro. Ricky Rubio has done that for the organization.
And the Phoenix Suns criticized for trading down 5 picks to select Cameron Johnson at 11 back in 2019. Many felt that was a reach.
Well, there were a lot of people who were predicting that Cam was going to be towards the back end of the first round even, and a clear case for a Phoenix Suns team who was dead last in 3-point percentage, drafting for a need in Cam Johnson.
Now here's Towns. And it's Wayman in the corner. Johnson in the corner. 5 to shoot. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And there's the pass to Saric. Now Baines. Carter, the pass to Johnson. He feeds it to Baines. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Towns. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Johnson with the bounce pass. to the inside. Here's Carter. Kicks it out to Booker. Off target from outside.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Culver passes to Lehman. Culver dishes to Towns. On the wing, Johnson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Booker with no one around. They get it back. Saric on the follow.
Well, Dario does a nice job recovering and uses his size to beat out the smaller defender.
Culver kicks to Johnson. And at the top of the key, Towns. Pass to Lehman. Johnson in the corner. Drills it from outside.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Booker finds Saric. Back to Booker. Lets the three fly. Up again. Can't throw down the putback. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Towns. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Well, so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then it's Bridges. And it's Jerome in at the 2-guard position. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now here's Kaminsky. Got a piece of it. Back to Rubio. In the corner, it's Bridges. And it's off the back rim. No good. Minnesota leading by 9. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And here are the Suns now. Here's Beasley. Jerome with the rebound.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Outside, Russell. Bridges kicks to Rubio. Kaminsky, the pass to Rubio. Inside. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open and then gets the assist.
Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to Okogie. Back to Beasley. Hernan Gomez in the corner. And the rejection by Ayton.
Nice timing as Ayton's up there for the rejection.
Kelly Oubre's checked in for Ayton. Russell with a wide open look. No good on the quick 3. Suns trail by 5.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs. whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he can really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
And and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Jerome. No points in the game yet for him. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Bridges. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Minnesota leading by 5. Here's a Kogi. Rebounded by Kaminsky. And it's Oubre off the drive. Count it.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to a Kogi. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Frank Kaminsky picks one up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Suns trail by 5. The pass to Booker. Keeps it alive. And there's Oubre putting it right back in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Culver passes to Okogie. Down low. Culver's shot is off.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Booker. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's now only a 1-point Minnesota lead.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact. Rising up with ease right there, James Johnson up and throwing down.
And he gets it to go.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Booker inside. He has 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Booker's got the lead up to 1 now for Phoenix. Minnesota again turning it over.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
To the paint. Here's Baines. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Now it's a 3-point Suns lead.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And that one is good.
Shoot.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal. The game plan did not work out for Phoenix in the 1st quarter. They tried to get their legs under them in this. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. So it's Phoenix now. They've got Towns. Beasley is out there with Russell. And it's Okogie in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Booker. Buries it down low. And that's 10 points for Devin Booker.
And Booker getting more and more comfortable fighting through NBA defenses. He used his ability there to get through contact.
Left side, Towns. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Russell, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Pass to Ayton. Towns with the defensive effort. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. It's a three-point game. Out to Russell. From downtown, the Timberwolves again can't hit.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Ayton, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 8 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint. And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Beasley, rejected by Booker.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they...
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. How about Ayton going up there and showing off a little bit of his skill with the half turn?
Stripped away. Booker outside. Here's Ayton. Booker trying to free himself up, and it's Ayton missing. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's foul number 2 for him. Minnesota making some changes. James Johnson's checked in for Towns. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Carter, he's checked in for the Suns. And stolen by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Carter with it. Culver covering. Suns moving the ball around.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Throws it up high. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. And here's Booker from the arc. He can't hit that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Booker in the corner. Back to Carter. Booker outside. Carter on the wing to the inside. Lock at 6. Baines dishes to Carter for 3. Booker, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
The Suns have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And that one falls from Saric. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Minnesota. Oubre's checked in for the Suns. And so he hits both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Beasley, the pass to Reed. It's stolen by Sharch. Here's Booker, and it's blocked.
And great positioning there from Colton. That's what allowed him to get the block.
Loads it up for Beasley. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Sharch passes to Baines. Good on the shot. Baines has got 8 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Here's Reed. And no good. Some solid defense from Sharch. To the middle. That's good from Booker on the assist by Oubre. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter. With 1 on the clock. Doesn't go that time. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Suns lead. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Suns. Inside, Sharch and Baines. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
He looks to score all the time, and easy ones there for Booker.
And it's Beasley in the corner. Back to Russell. To the paint. Good. Nice job down low. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Oubre finds Booker. Oubre bounce pass. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
Now, Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes, and he doesn't make a mistake that time.
Okogie misses. And here's Sharch. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 1. Oubre with the steal. Feeds it to Sharch. Booker the pass to Sharch. From past the arc. That one misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Rubio dishes to Baines. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Just 5 to shoot. Booker the pass to Baines. Over Beasley. And the Suns miss again. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Count the basket. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And Sharch, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
Russell passes to Okogie. Towns up top. Tipped away. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Saric. Pass to Okogie. Shot from the low block. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Suns trail by 3. Oubre on the wing. Booker in the corner. And there's the feed to Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Big man you don't want to send to the line. DeAndre Ayton's free throw capabilities keep him on the floor at all times.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Booker. Takes it off the glass. Booker's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's why Devin Booker has the ball for moments just like that.
And the basket by Okogie. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
The rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his fourth rebound in this one. Okogie misses. The Suns trailing. Oubre dishes to Ayton. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
Stolen by Rubio. In the corner, it's Oubre. He feeds it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And finished off by Oubre.
Oubre, big time stepping up, poised in that moment.
And stolen by Ayton. The drive by Booker. Johnson with the block. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Timberwolves trail by 3. Russell from long range. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Oubre finds Johnson. Oubre bounce pass. Ayton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
Intensity from Ayton, consistently finding different ways to get at the defense and make them overcommit.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And it's Beasley in the corner. Johnson outside. There's the lob to Towns. And taken away by Johnson. Ayton inside. Working on Beasley. That one's not going to go. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Passes it to Okogie. Beasley with a clean look. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Amazing to think about Ricky Rubio finally entering his 30s. Seems like we've been talking about him since he was about 12 years old.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So the Suns win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it